بداية يسرني أن أرحب بكم وأنقل لكم تحيات سيد الشيخ منصور الجزائري النهيان نائب رئيس مجلس الوزراء وزير الشؤون والرئاسة رئيس مجلس إدارة المركز الوطني لمتابعة الحقوق وأعضاء مجلس الإدارة وجميع العاملين في المركز. يسرني أن أرحب بكم في هذا اليوم الذي نطلق فيه أول أطلس بهذا الحجم الضخم، ولأول مرة في العالم يتم إطلاق هذه النسخة الكبيرة في أبو ظبي وفي المركز الوطني للوثائق والبحوث، خدمة للباحثين وطلاب العلم في دولة الإمارات وفي دول الخليج وأيضا في الشرق الأوسط وفي العالم أيضا، حيث أن هذه النسخة التي بين يدينا اليوم سوف تكون متاحة للجميع عندما توضع هذه النسخة في مكان لائق بها في المركز. لازم أنت كمان.
Folded it out again, and I folded it out again, and it turned out to be 6 foot by 9 foot, which is a big folder. And I said, this is how big my atlas is going to be. This was over 2 years ago, I think now. And Dr. Abdullah was the first person I showed my atlas to. And I was concerned then that did he think I was crazy? Were we able to make this book happen? I was fairly sure because we had produced the baby book, which was the biggest atlas at the time. But when you're producing something so different, so unique, I have to be honest that you're never really sure whether you can make it happen. But we did. And so what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you through some of the pages of my atlas. In fact, 120 people worked on this atlas to get it to where it is today. My hope is that this atlas will still be around in this institution and other institutions in 100, 200, 300 years from now. The last big atlas, similar to this, not as big, smaller, was produced 350 years ago, given to Charles II. There's only one copy in the world, it's in the British Library, and it's priceless. I'm hoping this atlas, it's a record of 2012, will also be considered priceless and cherished, and be an atlas that will be around in 100, 200, 300 years from now.
Press conference type atmosphere, so you kind of.
This is a photo of Guanajuato in Mexico. One of the many images that are in this book. This is a photo that's been taken by a new process called Gigapan. And the Gigapan photographic process is quite new. It was developed in conjunction with NASA. And what happens is the camera takes photos and goes. All the photos are tiled together to produce one single image. Some of the photos are so large, it might take 1 or 2 hours to load just one photo like this. This photo is so detailed, it's made up, as I said, of 1,000 photos. When you get a chance, come and have a look. And you can see chairs and tables here, ready for dinner for somebody to have a meal later that night. Guanajuato is a historic village in Mexico. It's one of the many World Heritage Sites that exist in Earth Platinum and that exists throughout the book. I love this image because of the colour, and there are no skyscrapers. In fact, the village is set in a small valley in Mexico. The valley is so small and the area is so contained that one of the streets is in Spanish and it says, "Exit if you can." So good luck driving down that street. This is the last spread I'm going to show you. So I've showed you 20 spreads. The book is 128 pages. Now, I ask again the question, is this book science? Is it politics? Or is it art? The other thing I should say, mid last year, South Sudan used the flag of South Sudan. South Sudan was an independent country. And so we now have 195 countries in the world. This map represents every country we have on this planet. And in fact, the flags here represent every soldier who's ever gone to war has fought for one of these flags or its modern day equivalent. Every school child has learnt about one of these flags or its equivalent. There isn't a king, there isn't a politician who hasn't stood behind one of these flags representing their country. These flags represent 195 countries. These flags represent our planet. There isn't a scientist, an explorer, an artist, a criminal, a lawyer, or a journalist, dare I say, that is not involved with one of these countries. And a lot of people would say that there are a billion planets in the world. But from my perspective, there is only one Earth. This is my Earth. This is our Earth. Thank you.
يحتوي على وثائق قديمة جدا منها أهم منها، وفي هناك وسائل وإجراءات للحفاظ على هذه الوثائق بشتى أنواع الوسائل. يعني احنا عندنا أماكن للحفظ لدرجة الحرارة والرطوبة حجم عالي، وحتى المبنى مصمم بطريقة أن تحفظ هذه الوثائق بطريقة وفق أعداد. طبعا هذا الأطلس صعب أن يكتب يعني الآن أنت أمام خيارين لما تتيح للباحثين كل واحد يتصفح أو أنك تخلي في بوكس زجاجي فقط للاطلاع وكل يوم تغير صفحة، فصعب يعني. لكن أنا على ما أظن أن نحتفظ بهذه النسخة الكبيرة للعرض، وهذه النسخة اللي هي مش يعني طبق الأصل للتداول من قبل الباحث.
نشكركم لتواجدكم اليوم في مركز الوطني للمثابة والبحوث، والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.